There are two types of people in the world when it comes to catching a train or a bus. One who will leave in plenty of time and take the risk of getting bored at the bus stop or the train station. And the other one who would try to leave it just in time so that they get there on time but take the risk of missing the train or the bus. Which one are you? You'll find out which one I am in this story. Stay with me. Hello, welcome to Sunny Solo, your passport for solo adventure. I am telling you the story of my trip to Spain, Barcelona and Andorra. Okay, so this is the story of the third day when I left Barcelona and traveled to Andorra. Let's start. You remember the previous day I had met my friend there in Barcelona and we had gone and had some Indian food. And I think I told you that the quality of the Indian food, the taste you can taste right there when you're eating it, but the quality you find out next morning. So I found out that night, like the night that I had the food, in the middle of the night I had stomach upset and like pain, so I had to get up. Thankfully I had yogurt in the fridge in the hotel room, so I could have that and that sorted me out, and in the morning I was alright. So I did get up early because I was going to travel this day and to try to get up early on travel anyway because you're wasting daylight time. So I did not do much in the morning other than breakfast. Then I just packed up and checked out of the social hub. My bus was at 13:15 from Barcelona near the university. But I left with plenty of time, like 2 hours to spare, even though it was not that long of a journey from my hotel to the university area. And it was a good thing because I had a bit of a challenge with the public transport this day. I faced embarrassment once when I tried to pay on the bus with my phone or debit card, but the device that was there, it said like not supported, so I had to get off the bus. I didn't want to take a risk. And I had seen people pay with their phone, but I think they must be using a specific app for that. I need to find out that. And then next time I avoided the embarrassment by buying a single ticket and also a day pass. Okay, the ticket I bought from a tram station, and then I found that it did not work on the bus. So be careful if you're traveling in Barcelona. But the other one, the day pass, works on all modes of transport. And yes, keep in mind that when you buy a journey ticket, it does not allow you to transfer something. If it's a single ticket, you take a single journey, which can be a bus or a tram or whatever, but it's like you cannot stop somewhere and change trains or change trams and that ticket will work. No, it doesn't do that. In some countries, it works on time that you have 90 minutes to complete your journey or something like that. Not in Barcelona. Anyway, and also in one of the trams, I did see the ticket inspector. So they inspected everybody's tickets. My day pass was properly validated, so I was okay. But yeah, keep in mind that in some countries nobody checks the tickets, so even if you don't have a ticket, it's fine. And not in Spain, not in Barcelona. So I got to the Zona Universitaria, which is the university zone, I think. And then I had to hunt around for this bus stop. And Google was not much help. Where it was taking me, there was no bus stop there. So and it was a hot day as well. So I was getting with my suitcase and my backpack on my back. It was not very comfortable. But I hunted around for maybe like half an hour. And finally, I found a bus stop by luck because it was one bus stop that I had passed. So I came back to see, is it that one? Because it was very small and very lackluster, like a local bus kind of bus stop. But there was a small notice on it which had the bus service, and that one had my bus also mentioned there. I'm like, okay, cool. So as I said, I had lots of time, so I still had about 15-20 minutes left to wait. There were some other people waiting as well, and there was one bus came and the driver started to unload some things and then told somebody else, like he said that in Spanish, but I found out later it meant this is not the one. So this was a bus that was just arriving back from Andorra. It was not the one that would go to Andorra. Yeah, it's like a circular kind of a route. But my bus was bang on time, thankfully. And it was a nice bus as well. Nice, comfortable, good seats, good condition and clean. Not like Albania where they have very, very old buses. Yeah, maybe I should do an episode on Albania travel as well. It was a while back. I had not started my vlog then, so I've not covered that, but I should. Anyway, you should subscribe so that you don't miss these episodes. I will do Albania one as well, and Albania one is something that everybody should watch because there's so much to learn, so many pitfalls in that journey. So the bus from Barcelona to Andorra is a nice journey to have. Generally, I like trains much more than buses, but this one is an exception because the route from Barcelona to Andorra is very scenic, very beautiful. There are mountains, there are water like lakes, streams and fields. It's just gorgeous. So it's supposed to be about 2-3 hours journey, but it was so good. You don't feel the time pass away because it's just so beautiful. My camera was out pretty much all the time. I also had some food in my bag for this long journey. I always carry some dry food with me, so it could be biscuits or cereal bars or chocolates or something like that, which I can carry for, it doesn't go bad very quickly and you can have it anywhere much easy. So I could have that, so I was not starving, but most of the time I was just spending time with the camera pointing out the window and just capturing anything I could. It was very, very beautiful. It was well worth the price, well worth the time. It was like you can consider it like a scenic tour rather than just a traveling straight point to point, because it is so beautiful that you would want to go to that just to see the scenery. So we got to Andorra, and in Andorra is a country, and then Andorra la Vella is the city, the capital. So we got there and the big bus dropped me at the service station, and from there was a small van, because when you book the journey you book from stop to stop, and the stop Andorra la Vella was at the hotel. So I had booked I'm going to this hotel, and they have that in the drop down on the website. So I said okay, why are they dropping us here? But there was another one, there was a smaller van which took about 3 or 4 people, and it dropped us to our destination. So it dropped me near the hotel, and the driver came out and pointed in one direction, so like that, and then behind that, something like that. He was speaking in Spanish, so I did not understand most of what he said, but he was pointing in the directions. I said okay, I have to get to that point, and then we'll find out from there. Andorra la Vella is not a big city. Andorra itself is a very small country, so there was not a big chance of me getting lost and wandering around for hours. So even the hotel, it was easy to find. One thing I found as soon as I got down from the minivan was that I had no signal here. I had no data here. Basically there was signal, but because Andorra is not a part of EU, so my SIM card from England did not work here, so I could not get data. Sorry, I'm saying this wrong. SIM card technically works, but because my contract is with a UK company, I did not have any data. That's how it works. Okay, so I had to find, and you will find out very soon how stranded you feel when you cannot depend on Google Maps and when you have no other way of finding direction except to talk to people in their language and try to understand what they're saying. It was hard, but it was not hard because the hotel itself was very close to that point where the driver had pointed. This is like a small bridge. There was a little river going through, and I walked around both sides and quickly saw the big sign saying Hotel Magic. Okay, alright, cool. So then I came back from there, walked into that down the slope in that side road, and got to the hotel. The hotel itself was nice. The check-in was human and smooth check-in, no issues. They did not have breakfast included, so I could pay for breakfast by charging it to the room, and then they will charge me later on. So like okay, fine. So room also was quite nice, like nice big spacious room with lots of space, big double bed. And some places, like if you go to Premier Inn, I like Premier Inn because it's cheap, but I also don't like Premier Inn because it feels cheap as well. Like it's very plastic, if you know what I mean. Like everything is cut from the same mold, every room is the same, everything is the same, and yeah, I think if you either know what I mean, or you would know when you go there. Otherwise, I can't actually describe because this is a feeling rather just specific facts. Anyway, this room was nice and did not feel plastic or anything, and I had a nice window which was looking over this little river, and the sign, the Andorra la Vella big sign was there on that little bridge on the river that was right below my window. So pretty cool. By the way, the river that I'm talking about, which was like a small river with very little water in it, kind of clear water, it's called La Valera. That was right outside my hotel, and the bridge that I could see from my window is called Pont de Paris, the Paris Bridge, which is like a French name as well, and it was closed for renovation. Very small bridge anyway, but it looks nice in pictures if you just avoid the the scaffolding and other stuff like that. So once I checked out my room, checked out the view, then I needed food. So told you I just had some snacks in the bus that I was carrying with me. So I went out, searched for food, and Andorra la Vella is a small city, so everything that you need, like all the sightseeing and everything, was in the walking distance. Like 10 minutes in, you have everything, like the shopping area, you can buy alcohol there, you can see the sights there, talk about them as well. In the next episode, I'll talk about the sightseeing. And the only reason you would go out of this area would be like if you're going for mountain trekking or something like that, like nature or other stuff, which is there are quite a lot of nature walks and tracks and stuff like that in Andorra la Vella. In winter, I think they have skiing as well. So they have lots of activities there for a small country. But if you are in a like normal center area, everything is there. So I looked around, where can I go? There were several restaurants and cafes, but I was looking for vegetarian food. So ultimately, I went to the Pyrenees Mall, which is named after the mountain series Pyrenees, and there was a cafeteria called Teresa, like the terrace. So went in there. It was quite busy, but I found a table, and I had a veggie burger and a smoothie. So burger was kind of okay. The smoothie was nice, and it cost me 16 euros for both of them. So not very cheap, but not very expensive as well. And the staff was very nice, because when you are in a busy place, it matters. And they were managing very well, even with all the crowd, and nice and friendly, smiling staff. So I like that. One thing I learned in Spain, which was applicable here as well in Andorra, was that if you want to tip your waiting staff and you want to put that on the card, you can pay the bill by the card, but you cannot tip by the card, because if you do, that money is going to go to the company or the restaurant or the mall, whatever. It won't go to the staff. That's true in Barcelona, that's true in Andorra as well. So thankfully I had some cash as well with me, like solid cash, so I could use that for the tipping. The mall also had one good thing, which was that it had really good Wi-Fi, very fast Wi-Fi, so it was even better than my hotel's Wi-Fi. So I just connected to that, and then I chatted with the Smarty customer service rep. The Smarty is my phone company that provides the connection, and they are the same as 3, except that they use the network for 3. They're 3's undertaking, but they have cheaper plans with good data and everything. So talked to them, and I found out by this time I had spent 30 pounds try to get data by buying add-ons, and I found out that in 30 pounds I only get 6 megabytes of data, because that's the rate there. Even for add-ons, it's the same rate for roaming, and 6 MB is nothing. Like if you start playing a song in good audio quality from Spotify, 6 MB would be finished before the song is finished. It's like that small data. So I was like, oh my god, I cannot have data in this country now. I think I should try to get a local SIM, but I did not see any shops, so don't know. Didn't even look for them as well. I was there only for 2 days, so I did not try very hard. In the mall itself, there was a big grocery store. So I went there to buy some more snacks as well, and even found one Gillette shaver, like a shaver trimmer kind of thing. So because I was not carrying my shaver, saving space and saving the weight, traveling very light. So that shaver was like 26 euros, but I thought maybe I can carry this with me because it was much lighter than my normal shaver. and the hotel had given me a 10% discount coupon for the mall. So anything that I bought from the mall, whether they're from grocery store or anywhere, I had 10% off for that. That was nice. And this is like Andorra La Vella is really good for shopping. It is targeted at shoppers and tourists. Okay, so you can find stuff there. You find lots of good brands and stuff. I bought some fridge magnets there and bought some postcards as well, and then walked back to the hotel. When you don't have Google Maps, when you don't have anything else, it's a weird feeling. I can tell you, it's a weird feeling. This became much more intensified the next day. I'll tell you that story in the next episode. But yeah, it feels like being stranded. So went back to the hotel, just wasted some time and took a nap and stuff like that, and then just around midnight went to bed. But for the next day, I was planning that I would probably not wander around too much because I already had blisters on my left foot, and also without Google Maps, I could not go very far for the risk of getting lost. So, well, you will see what I did do the next day. It was nice. It was an interesting day anyway. But yeah, subscribe so that you don't miss these episodes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.